Good evening. It is Wednesday night, and it's time for some World War One. So I want to thank everybody for coming in. And Nate, how you doing? I know we don't get to talk a lot, but finally got to connect, and we're going to get this
Yeah.
done.
Oh, I'm super excited. This is going to be a lot of fun. I love the lamps are going out. It's a great game. I've personally introduced it to some non-war gamers, and they fell in love with it. So
Oh, nice.
this is a great. If anybody wants to find a great game to introduce to non-war gamers to get them into this hobby, then definitely this is a good choice. But I'm very excited. Glad to see you. How are you doing, Tony?
Not too bad, not too bad. It's been a crazy summer. I've played with Ruff a few times. I've been trying to get with Mike Berticelli to play some games, and just
Oh,
haven't got
nice.
the chance. Me and Ruff have been playing the Battle of Monmouth. We started that last Friday, and
Mm-hmm.
the designer Mark Miklos joined us in the chat, and then at the end he actually joined us. I sent
Oh,
him an
nice.
email and jumped on, and so he's going to be with us on Friday as we play.
Wow.
He's going to be live with us on Friday as we play. So really looking forward to that. He came on, and what's interesting is because that tri-pack came out, and
Mm-hmm.
there's been some changes, and he came through and actually talked about the different changes and how the research and everything came through. And yeah, so I can't wait to really get him while we're there. We're kind of the first 5 turns are a little bit more maneuvering and getting into it.
Okay.
We did like one battle, I think, through the first 5 turns. But now it's really going to start hitting the fan, and stupid Charles Lee is causing me issues because you have to possibly counter march, so
Yep.
you send him forward, and then they get counter march, so they come back, and that's their turn. So
So are
I
you gonna
got to
have a
get
moment? You gonna have a moment like Washington where he loses all, he gets mad, starts cursing.
yeah. Well, actually, so we're going to start turn 6, I think, next. Washington comes on. I have to get Washington in the same hex as Lee, so I can remove Lee, so I don't have to worry about that anymore.
Oh
So
man!
so it's
Wow,
it's it's going to be a fun game, but
that's
I'll tell
cool.
you what, I'm looking forward to this. I've been wanting to do some World War One, and this one right here. Just looking through it, the rules, it does not seem complicated at
No.
all.
Mm-mm.
But it seems like there's some depth to it,
Mm-hmm.
so which is really really cool. And then you were talking about not get non war gamers into this,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm finding it's a highly resource management game as well. So
It
it's
is.
got which I think war games in general sometimes lack a little bit
Yeah.
of resource
Sure.
management. Tactical games you can't do it. I mean, it's so granulated. But
Yeah.
I think sometimes the larger games, this grand strategic or operational games, I think some of them lack the resource management. OCS does not. Matter of fact, I think you
Right.
have to have an accounting degree to play. No, I'm
Right.
just kidding. That's a little bit much. I like OCS because
Or
you can't do everything.
or you could do a campaign for North Africa and have to track the evaporation rate of the water in your canteens.
Yep. And then also you got to make sure you have the pasta rule in there so
That's
the
right.
Lions get the pasta. Yeah. So you've got it all over, but this looks like a lot of fun. It looks like a good time.
Oh yeah.
So we'll get it started and we'll see how things go, and then we'll just keep playing until we'll just keep doing different sessions, and hopefully we can get it done
Okay.
by the end of summer because I know we ain't going to finish it tonight.
No. No.
So
Oh, David mentioned that he started reading the Guns of August. That's awesome.
oh yeah, Nate would be proud. Yes,
Oh
I.
yes, very
So
much.
I will be honest with you. World War One is probably my weakest of my topics of kind of like
Mm,
grand topics. I
okay.
did listen to Hardcore History's Armageddon of the East.
Okay.
And that no Armageddon. It's the World War One. It's their whole. It's like 48,
Oh
36
yeah, yeah.
hours.
I know what you're talking
Yeah,
about. Yep.
and I learned so much from that. Everybody's got this idea that it's all trenches and everything like that, which is not true. It
Very.
is in some aspects, but not really. There was, if you go to the East Front, I have to
Yeah.
East Front because to me it looks west, but anyways, East Front is wide sweeping maneuvers. It's
Oh
only
yeah.
in that small area in France, and when I say small, I mean compared to the entire theater of the war
Right.
is the trench warfare, and that actually didn't happen until later on. So,
Yep. Yep.
so
I will say if people are interested in kind because I can't help myself with books to recommend, because
Mhm.
you can't have enough history
Yep.
books, is that if one of the best books that I picked up sort of randomly, actually a couple of years ago, um, that I read, and as soon as I started reading it, I was hooked. I mean, I kept on going, and it is this one, On a Knife Edge: How Germany Lost the First World War. This is relatively new research on
Okay.
this guy found brand new documents that had not been discovered before. This looks at World War One from the German point of view, and seeing how divided the German command was all the way through the war, and how that more or less near the beginning of the war, they kind of knew they were on the losing
Okay.
streak, but they were trying to figure out a way, how do we off ramp
Okay.
to
Oh, okay. Kind of like the U.S. and Vietnam, and
yeah,
withdrawing with honor or something like that.
yeah.
Kind of
But
that
some
type of
things
thing.
in here, like, you discover it blew my mind. It was like the number of people that were working in German intelligence to gather what was going on behind enemy lines was something like 30 officers for the whole thing,
That's it.
the whole Central Powers.
Jeez.
Like 30 guys, that's it. Oh my gosh. And I think half of them were secretaries.
I got two of my former students in the chat,
Oh, that's
Olivia and
awesome.
Andrew. So yep, good.
Very
Yes,
cool.
Hex to Hex, that other World War One. I'm triggered by that game. That Rock of the Marne just was, it was a slog in the middle
Oh,
of
that
the
was your
game.
favorite game, right?
Yeah, yeah. I actually want to replay it because I want to see if I still run into the same issue, or if it was just because I was just like, now Death in the
Ooh,
Trenches.
that's a
Yeah,
good one.
yeah. You were, that's the one you've played like several times. Am I correct on that?
I love that game because it has like upwards of 500 different events that could happen.
Wow.
It's a Ben Madison game, so
Oh,
there's
yep.
lots of history involved, a lot of events. It's awesome. But
Well, you know what? Let's get going on no further ado. So, is there a particular side we kind of talked real quick? There's not a side that's easier or harder to play. Is
right,
there a side that you would like to play? I have no choice. I have no
uh,
uh,
since
want.
I've already played this before,
Yeah.
I will let you decide which one you would like to do.
Well, I think I'll end up taking. I'll go with the allies
Okay.
just to go through. So let me go ahead and we'll pull this up, and I'll move this out of the way here. Oh God, come on, really? Have some printer update. Really? Come on. Then my mouse, I have to buy a corded mouse because my wireless one just does not work all the time. So let me get this up the right way here. All right. So in this case, so did you come in as a side?
I did. I came in at the Central Powers.
Okay. So that means I need, yeah, this mouse is gonna annoy the crap out of me. Okay. Oh, cool. I can hide that there. That's good. So allow other so I'm going to be the Entente then.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we'll go through. So when you play a card, my assumption what we'll want to do is make sure we put the card uh,
Yes.
onto the main board, because we won't be able to see. I don't know if we'll be able to see the different cards and stuff. So we'll see how it goes. And basically, we're going to follow through the sequence of play. And by the way, the charts are on here,
Mm-hmm.
so which is
But
pretty nice.
I brought my physical ones.
Oh yeah, I always, whenever
And
I play, I always have them on as well, just because it works out better that way.
oh yeah.
Um, so with that,
So
so
the first thing on the sequence is the event card phase,
yes,
and that's for the Central Powers. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that Germany goes first.
yes, German events, yeah, German. It goes German, Western Allies, Eastern Allies, and then Central Allies, which is confusing because it's actually the Central Powers Allies.
Right.
so it's a little different. So we're
Yep.
gonna go ahead and open that up all the way fully there. Okay, so basically, I think they have the cards for this little bit. I was playing around with the module. It's a little
It
finicky in some cases,
it is.
but it's not too bad. So if you want to go ahead and draw your event card,
Yep.
so I'm
I'll
gonna
pull it out on the main board so everyone
that
can
works
see it.
out. So I'm gonna put this here and here. All right, so
Okay.
you got the Hindenburg Ludendorff team.
Yep.
So one extra roll combat die for up to 2 German attacks. This from either Prussia or Posen, but not both.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to stick that in my hand.
Mm-hmm.
And okay, next is move armies and artillery. So,
And let's just go through this. So I'm go through. So you can only move 2 armies, correct?
correct.
Okay. So we're
And
looking at the gray German armies here.
right. And for the first turn, as the note here says that because of the Schlieffen plan, Germany may roll 2 times, re-roll 2 times versus Belgium and or France.
Oh yeah,
And,
yep, I saw that. So
and then only then this other note, only 1 German unit can move from Hanover or Rhine to Prussia or Posen because you can move 2 armies. Basically, the movement rate is however far that they can go within your own sort of territory. So I'm actually going to move 2 armies from the Rhine to Hanover. And that is it.
okay, and so then redeploy. I'm assuming you don't have that.
No, there's no Stosstruppen. I'm not going to move my fleets; they're going to stay put. But I am going to. I can just get rid of this note over here. I'm going to move my U-boats into the Hague Convention. So
Ooh,
for people who aren't familiar, that it gives you this option to decide if you want to do unrestricted submarine warfare or follow the general convention, the Hague Convention of submarine warfare, where you would have to stop and let the people off the boat before you sink it. For the game, if you follow the Hague Convention, you have a possibility of stopping supplies getting to the Western Allies, but it's not as much as unrestricted. But if you do unrestricted, then the possibility of drawing the United States in much quicker than if you didn't follow it. So,
and let's see here. I know it's on here. I know it's on this one. I just kind of wanted to show it off if it's on this chart.
it's actually on the Western Allied player card.
Oh, it's on the Western Allied one. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I just kind of want to show that off. Oh, yeah, it's right here in the middle.
Yep.
So basically, it's a 7, which is the most common number, would be success if unrestricted warfare. So basically, you have a couple that are after that. If you lower, you can do it, but yeah. So it limits the number of successes you can have. So.
It does. Yep.
Okay, but it also doesn't help it doesn't let the Americans come in as quickly. Is
Correct.
the key thing on that one. So
correct.
All right, so you moved your U-boats, and so
Yep.
now we do combat phase. So now you are actually really wanting to get into Belgium here.
I am, but before I actually do ground combat on the Western Front, I'm
Okay.
actually going to do the is resolve guerrilla combat. So
Oh,
there
that's
is
right.
down in the bottom corner. There's the East Africa section, and Leto Volbeck is down here, and I
Yep.
can. The rule is that I can roll to try to flip your army in East Africa, and I need a roll of a 5 or a 6 to be successful.
And then if
If
you're a 5 or a 6, it's not spent, correct?
I'm sorry.
If you do roll a 5 or 6 and you're successful, your army is not spent. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. But if I fail, my army is let's see what it say. It's not flipped to it may not make both a normal combat attack and a guerrilla attack. So I only can do one. So I'm going to try guerrilla. So I'm going to roll a die and see how we do it. And I failed. Okay. So now we're going to do resolve ground combat. So we're going to, I'll pull it out here so we can see on the Western Front that the Second Army is going to attack the Belgian First Army.
Okay.
And I'll roll my die. I got a 6.
And I got a 1.
So your army is flipped.
Yep.
Spent. And so is mine. Now I'm going to take the First Army and attack the BEF. But I get, because I won that combat.
You get the +1.
Correct. I'm trying to find where I might just have to pull it out. There it is.
Yeah, I was wondering. It's probably in the markers then.
The big push. So I get a +1 for it. So, all right. I want to go ahead and roll.
Okay.
Ooh, so I have a 6.
And I've got a 4. So
okay.
He is spent.
All right. So now I'm going to take the Third Army and attack.
We got Christoph in, and he lives in Belgium.
Sorry, Christoph. Hey, I'm coming to visit you. That's what it is. we're gonna pay a visit to Christoph. All right. So the Third Army is going to attack one more time and if I win this combat, then you have to retreat.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Here we go. Oh boy. So 2.
3.
Okay.
So,
all right, so I've lost the big push.
Temporarily, somewhat.
Right. All right, we'll try with the Fourth Army now. So I'll roll.
Oh, it's a tie.
Ooh.
So you win the ties, correct? Is that the attacker wins the tie?
That is what I need to find out. Let's see. If the totals are tied, the attacker normally wins. Okay, so that means the Germans won. So that army is spent, and you are to retreat to the Somme.
Yep. Okay. I just saw that where that was right in that too. So, okay. So historically, we're close to it, to what happened. So.
Okay.
So you moved in the Sixth Army because you can move whatever you want into there, and so yep.
Correct. Let's see. I think I'm going to end it right there.
Okay.
For the Western Front. For up to 2, I'm looking at my card here. Roll 1 extra combat die for up to 2 German attacks this turn.
Oh, you could have re-rolled. You had a pot. You could have re-rolled, by the way.
I could have, and I forgot. But oh well. I got Belgium.
Okay. Well, and if you wanted to go after the Somme and spend, cause me some. So the thing is, you couldn't move into the Somme, but you could cause me to lose some more. I'd have to spend more resources to actually.
Yeah, that is true. All right, we'll do it. Let's the Sixth Army versus the French Fifth.
Okay. I talked you into it.
You did. All right, I got a 3.
Oh God, come on. I got a 1. You didn't even need to re-roll that one.
No.
All right.
Okay. If I had one more guy, I could have got it, but oh well.
Now that one. You lost twice, didn't you, on that one, or was it only one?
I lost twice.
Yeah, that's the difference. That one extra one. So.
Yep. I
So we'll
think
go ahead and
I'm not going to attack from Prussia or Posen. I'm going to stay where I'm at. So next is German production. Oh my gosh. That's
all
funny.
right, Nordic.
All right, so check the blockade box, which
Yep.
nothing affects that yet, is my understanding. Then there's no events to resolve. Resolve U-boat attrition, so I have to roll 2 die.
And it's not really attrition, it's more of do they get spent or not, I guess is the best thing.
Right.
So I've got the table up here on my screen because I have it minimized. So 2d6 it looks like. Oh, you did. You got a 5.
I did. So one of them has to get spent.
Is it? Do you roll for each or just overall?
Let's see. For each fresh U-boat, so I have to roll again.
Okay.
3. Spent if
And,
US. No.
no.
Okay.
Okay. So you
Next.
actually have one U-boat to actually like goes through it. So
Yeah,
the
I think
attack later on.
yes, I think the U-boat attack comes in right before you get any resources.
Yep. Yep. Definitely.
Okay, so production. Well, I don't have any transfer production, so now it's production spending. So
And you get 12 production points plus 1 because you have Belgian. So that's
correct.
the note right here. It's German control plus 1 PP first turn only. So you actually have 13 production points to go through. And do they actually have a list of?
Yeah, there is a at the bottom production cost.
Okay. There it is. Got it. I just want it up so everybody can see it too because,
I feel bad. Nordic asked, how does it go, everyone? And Christoph said bad because I had just
Nate
invaded.
just invaded Belgium. Yep.
Okay, so 12. Let's see. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I have 13 actually because I have Belgium.
Yep.
So now they're 8, 7, 6.
Well, hopefully you'll be a kind overlord, kind and gracious overlord.
That's right. I am. I'm a benevolent dictator. 5, 6, 7. Let's see. Raise unit. I'm gonna raise 6, 7, 8, 9.
Okay. Oh, give me a second.
10, 11. Right. Make sure I'm doing this right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I can do one more. 12, 13.
Let's change the battery on this mouse and see if that helps me. It is like dying every 2 seconds.
Oh, not fun.
We'll see how this goes. That might have been my problem. I've had this battery for at least a little while. So, all right. So you put
I'm trying
one
to.
or two?
I'm trying to see how many. I can't remember exactly. I have to double check to see how many guys I can actually put in Prussia or Poland.
It's just one. There's a note right above it on the screen. Only
Oh.
one army in Prussia or Posen, so you can only put one new one in there.
Okay, that's awesome. All right, so that is it of my production. I've spent all my points. No trenches, transfer. Now I research technology. Okay.
So this is interesting. This is one part of why I think I like the game, so that you can actually increase the technology and get different stuff. But there's a but to that.
There is.
If you don't get the first level, you have to return it back to the deck.
Yep. So we shall see.
Yep.
And P3.
Nope. P3. So
turn it back to the deck. Okay. Then determine air superiority.
When neither of us have air,
Nope. So we
that won't
reset
be
heavy
anything.
artillery, and that is it. That is it of the German turn.
All right, so then we go to the Western Allies, which is me.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and so this would be Great Britain, and France. They are the Western Allies.
Correct.
The Eastern Allies is Russia and Serbia. The best way to describe it. So
Yeah.
basically, the brown units are the Western, and the green units are the Eastern Allies. So it's real easy to go through that. So I noticed that I was like, oh, good. It's not as confusing as it sounds.
Right.
To it. So all right. So first thing is I have to do. We don't have to rebuild the events. Um, German events, Western Allies events. So here's my event. I'll throw it out here. Oh, geez.
Oh. So
Well, I already have one. It's
you have
mandatory.
two. Lovely.
So because I have to attack the Rhine with something, and so yeah. So what happened? Okay, there we go. Are we still good? Oh yeah, okay.
Yep, we're still good. I was wondering what was going on.
Yeah, something went funky there. So now I have two. Oh yeah, Nordic. I have two mandatory suicide attacks.
Plan
Now I can
17.
attack anywhere at that. So, but I do have to do two mandatory attacks. One to the Rhine with the -1, and then one to someplace else, which is not good. So
Right.
maybe it might be two to the Rhine with -1. We'll see, because I don't have
Well,
much else on that. So we'll have
the
to see how
French
that
really
goes.
wanted Plan 17 to work. They wanted Alsace-Lorraine back.
Yep. Okay, so now I need to move armies, artillery, and tanks. So I do have quite a few actually armies here,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm not going to move any of them because I kind of need them to attack the Rhine. You kind of left the Rhine open a little bit.
I
Although
did.
it looks like you put more in there, so that was kind of not nice. I don't appreciate that at all.
Hey, you're welcome.
So I'm really
a
so
welcoming party.
yes, I know I see that. So basically, oh here we go. Let's clear off the move markers. There we go. So basically the Rhine. So basically move the fleets. I'm not going to do that, so I don't need to do that. No naval combat, no amphibious invasions, and no ground head. So resolve ground and beachhead combat. So it's time for the ground combat. So let's go ahead. We'll take the first. Or is that? Yeah, that's first France, and we're going to go against the German trenches.
Right.
And that is a 5. It's okay. So attacking. It's. Do you still roll on that, or is attacking the trenches different?
Let's see.
Trench combat.
Essentially. No, it does. It does defend.
Okay. But if I'm successful, my unit is not spent. If I fail, it is spent.
Correct.
Okay.
But if you do take it, if you breach the trenches, right, it's not spent, but you don't receive the big push modifier.
Yep. Yep. And I'm at a -1, so I'm gonna go ahead and roll my die. I got a 1. I got a 2 minus a 1 is 1. So
And I got. Oh my gosh! I got a 1. Wait.
and I'm the attacker. So
Can I re-roll my die? Is it?
no, you can't re-roll your die on this one.
Okay. All right. Bless my heart.
I know, right? So with the German trenches being breached, there's no modify. I had to do that first before I could actually attack any of the units. Is that correct?
Correct. Yeah, I don't believe. I'd have to double check this, but I don't believe that you have the -1 anymore. Must
No, I have it. I did that one, so that note one's done, but my event card is not done.
correct. You do have to have that
I
one.
have to
Yep.
do one more for the event card. All right, Nordic, you crack me up. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and the first France army took care of the trench. So might as well go after. Let's see, we'll just go after the fifth German army.
Okay.
Well, I guess it doesn't matter. It goes after one of them. Am I correct on
It
that?
does.
They're all the same. So, all right, here we go. So this will be my roll -1, 2 -1, and then what's your roll, Nate?
Oh, I got a 2.
So
I
okay, so
won.
I'm spent, and I have done all my attacks that I am required to do, and all that I'm going to do. All right, because I know this is one I need to build up a little bit more here. So, okay, so production, check blockade box, nothing there. Resolve events, we already did my event, so that's good. Resolve U-boat attacks. All right, so this is where I get to see if, or I'm wondering always this: do you actually roll on this? Oh, it says Western Allies roll, so I actually roll on this to see if you hurt me.
Oh,
So that's
okay.
Yep. So it does. It just says Western Allies roll 2d6 for each fresh U-boat. You have
Oh, yeah.
one, correct?
Yep. I do.
So I'm going to go ahead and roll the 2d6. It is a 3. Successful if WA Western Allies U2 technology is not active. So it is successful.
Mm-hmm.
So Britain gets one less production point. So I'm actually at 6 production points. I'm going to have to start taking notes on this. So I'm at 6. So I have 6 production points. And let's see here. British. Okay. All right. So you both receive transferred production. Don't have any. So now I do my spending. So okay, I think I'm gonna be doing a lot of refitting here. So and am I right? You do the lowest one first. Since I have France and Britain, I do France first.
I believe so. Yep.
Is that, well? At least the video I was watching, he seems to know what he's doing. So
Right.
production. Okay.
He may be. Oh yeah, here we go. So these nations, let's see, must follow a strict sequence. Western Allies: Belgium first, Italy, France, and then Great Britain.
Okay. Well, we don't have Belgium or Italy.
Well, you can do though with the Belgian army. There is a rule that I believe it is, if I can find it real
It's
quick.
conquered armies, because that was one of the. I watched, like I said, I watched a couple of videos, and he actually put the rule up, and I'm just trying to. It's conquered armies. They're decent. That's a problem. I always have a problem with that. There's no index. I hate that when there's no index.
Let's see.
It's called conquered armies. I know that. Oh, conquered nations. Here it is. It's on page 22. 10.1.1. All nations that have been a nation anywhere on the map that are permanently removed from the game except one, if the units are removed from an enemy controlled area, resulting in no opposing units being present, ownership of that area reverts to the original. Oh, conquered armies. All armies of a conquered nation are removed from the game except a maximum of one army that finds itself in friendly controlled area, which Belgium did.
Yep.
When its nation is conquered, even after a retreat.
And
Um,
look at the example. It actually
yes, it's this right here.
yep.
So the spent First Belgian army is defeated and retreats to with the spent First British Army BFE unit from Belgium to the Somme. Belgium's only home area is now occupied. Belgian armies may continue to be active with Western allies, but must remain spent until it's eliminated. Alternatively, the Triple Entente player could absorb the Belgian army on the next Western Allies production phase and refit the British army permanently, eliminating the Belgian unit. The British army then flips to this fresh side. So basically, when I get to the British, I can, take in the Belgian. So, yep.
Correct.
So yeah, it's a little wordy there, but that was
It
an
is
interesting, that's an interesting thing that you can do.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Belgium, Italy, which Italy's not active, and then so it's France. So I have 4 points to spend for France. So and it's 1 point to refit.
Or you could just surrender.
2, 3, and 4. So basically, I refreshed all of my French armies, and that's the 4 points. Britain now has 6 points, but I can eliminate the Belgian army and bring it into the Great Britain army. Brave little Belgium. Yep. Okay, so now I have 5 production points left. So I'm going to raise some armies here for British. So, and I see here it is 2 production points for a fresh and 1 for a spent.
Mm-hmm.
So I can basically raise 2 fresh armies and 1 spent army. Wait, I have 6. Yeah, so, I have 6, so I can just raise my 3 armies then.
Yep.
Okay. Because basically I took that. So we're going to pull this one here. So the second, the third, the fifth, and is that the fifth? That should be the third. Oh, well, it is what it is. They're not in order, but I'm going to go ahead and raise the 3 armies. So that's my 6 production points. So production are all done. Construct trenches. I'm assuming that would be part of the production points, which I'm not using.
Yeah, that comes in spring 1915.
And if I wanted to transfer one, I could, but I'm out of points. I used them all up. And so now I pull a technology card. So let's see if I can Triple Entente Tech Hand. Okay, here we go. I pull it out here, and I got a U2. Nah, I got a 2, not a 1.
Excellent.
So this will go right back into that card. So right back into the deck. All right. And so then that's it. Determine air superiority. We don't have any, and I don't have any heavy artillery yet.
Mm-hmm.
So that's it for the Western Allies. So now we are on to the Eastern Allies, which I'm going to have to zoom out a little bit here so I can show all of the Eastern Allies. There we go. Because it's, and you know what? They don't, there we go. So we've got this, and this. That's the Eastern Allies.
Yep.
So all the green units. Okay, so we're going to head back to, you know what? I think my mouse was just dying because I haven't had a problem since I just changed the batteries. All right, so basically I need to draw an event card. That's the first thing I need to do. Put this over here so I can see this. Draw an event card. So that'll be, is this one the event? Yep. Eastern Allies and events. So here we go. Oh, okay. Let's see here. So DRM +2. First attack by a Serbian army against a Austria-Hungary army. Oh, nice. I'm just going to put it over here so I don't forget. So I definitely want to attack using the Serbians. So that'll be interesting. Okay.
Hmm.
So now we've got to move armies. What do I want to do? I do want to move, so I can move 2 armies. I'm just going to tweak this guy here, this guy here. So I'm going to bring in the Russians from the Lithuanian, and then from Estonia, I'm going to move that into Lithuania to make sure I'm good to go there.
Thought I'd spread out my Austro-Hungarians a little more intimidating.
Yes.
The Austrians were so intimidating in World War One.
Yeah, that's the time they were actually intimidating. It wasn't long after World War One, or actually part of the way through, that they weren't so intimidating anymore.
No.
Okay, so the Eastern Allies doesn't have any fleets. That's why there's the W day only. So basically, resolve ground combat.
Mm-hmm.
So let's go ahead and do the 2 DRM on this one.
Okay.
Is this anytime, or that's interesting? It doesn't say first attack this turn. Okay,
this
yeah, okay.
turn.
Yeah, this turn. So yes, I do have to do this turn. All right, so let's go ahead. I'm going to zoom in here. We're going to head down to, so I get a +2. So we're going to head down in here. So the first Serbian army is going to go after, do you want to go after this one or Hungary? Because then you would lose a point. Yeah, let's, oh, no, I probably won't get rid of them. I'll probably just end up spending them. I could, but all right, let's go ahead. We'll start off first. So the first one is going to go into and go after.
Oh, okay. Go after Hungary.
Yep. Go.
Okay.
So I get a +2 on this die roll.
Unfortunately. Oh.
So I got a 6.
And I got a 4.
So we're both spent. Now here's the decision. Do I want to try to kick you out? How aggressive do I want to be?
That is a dilemma.
I'll come back to that one. We'll come back. I'll decide that in a little. I don't have to decide that one yet. So Nordic says the answer is always yes. Okay, so you moved to, I didn't realize you moved 2. You put 1 in Prussia.
I did.
You know what? We're going to go ahead for it anyways. So we're going to take the first Russian army, and obviously it doesn't matter which one. So this is straight rolling here. So I'm going to go first one here against whatever's in Prussia.
Okay.
So first die roll is it's a 2.
Oh, and I got a 2.
Hey, so that means, well, it's spent. So you're spent. So the attacker wins. Yeah, well, actually, the counters are basically exactly what they look like in real life, too, which is really cool.
Oh, yeah.
Hex is saying they're gorgeous. Yeah, and I've got it zoomed way in, too, so it's kind of fun. All right, you know what? Let's go ahead. We're gonna send the second army, and I do get the big push on this.
You do.
That's where I should have got a +1. I should have kept going with the Serbia. That's where the problem is now. I lost the big push. If I would have gone to Hungary right after that, I totally forgot about that.
Well,
I see. You're like, I'm not going to say anything.
Yeah, that's right. What's the phrase? Never interrupt your enemy when he's making a mistake.
Yep, Napoleon. Yep. All right. Well, I do get a +1 on this one, so we'll see what happens. Oh, so I got a 4 + 1's a 5.
And I got a 5.
Oh, so he's spent for both of us. I still get the keep the +1. Ooh, I have a chance to kick you out of Prussia. I'm gonna do it. Why not? Let's see.
Okay. All right.
5th Army. This is a +1. Here we go. Ah, it's a 3.
Oh no.
2. Yes.
You got it.
Okay, so he is spent and he goes in there. Okay, so I'll be done with oh, that's kind of nice with the module. They actually have it set up so you can do it at the. Okay, so I'm going to move this. We'll just move them aside. So do I want now? Now here comes the choice. Do I missed that? I'm not going to forget that. I did that on my BCS game with Mitch today. I barraged him. You can only either do a destruction barrage or a suppression barrage, and I did a destruction barrage. And then I'm like, I'm going to do a suppression barrage, and he's like, No, you can't, Tony. I'm like, Damn it, I forgot. As I tell my students, sometimes you learn more lessons out of failure than you do out of successes. I'm going to let it go. I'm not going to push my luck. I got Prussia. I think I'm going to be okay.
Okay.
I'm going to let it go. Mainly because Serbia has issues with actually resupplying. So I want to keep a fresh unit in Serbia just in case you decide to go attacking me.
Right.
So I think we're good there. Okay. Man, I'm kind of okay now because I've realized I was probably pushing it, but it's okay.
Hey, you did pretty good. I mean,
yeah, I got Prussia, so I'll take that.
Yeah,
we're already off of history.
That's right.
All right. Let's see here. So that's that. So production modifiers. We don't have to resolve the event. I did do the event, so I can discard that. So I don't have to forget that. No transfers. Okay, so now I actually do my spending. So if we look at this, Russia gets 4 points, production points. Well, I think we're gonna go ahead and refit.
So you get does Serbia get any? I can't remember.
No, they do not.
No.
There's a note here. I think it's 10-2-3-1. 10-2-3-1. Albania.
Oh, and I see. Here we go.
Yeah.
No supply can be done through it. So there's no way you could get to Serbia.
Yep. Not yet, at least. I think there's an event or something that has to go through.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So go ahead. Now you can rearm the Russian armies.
Yep. And I think I'm going to end up getting 1 Russian army, but it's going to be spent because I only have 1 point left.
I mean, you could just leave them all spent and just not do anything. I mean, that would be the noble thing to do.
You don't see my face, do you? They don't see my face. So I'm going to go ahead and spend. I'm going to get 1 guy. I'm going to put him in out here, and he'll be spent. There we go. Because I only have 1 point, so you can bring him on spent. I'll just spend. We'll see what happens.
Okay.
All right. So, I didn't want to close that yet. Wanted to get back to the sequence of play. This is one of those things you just got to follow the sequence of play.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
All right. So now I have tech here.
No, you don't. Only the Western Allies research tech.
Oh yeah. Okay, I see that. It's WA. So yep. Oh, that's right. Austria-Hungary doesn't do the tech either, right?
Correct.
It's just the German does the tech.
Yep.
All right. Determine air support superiority, no problem, and reset artillery. So that's that. So now it is back to you.
Yep, it is the Austro-Hungarians. So I'm going to pull an event. Okay. And let's see.
Ooh, A1 technology is not active, so nope.
Place 1 Austro-Hungarian heavy artillery.
In any AH with an army. In any Austrian inherit. So basically anywhere you have a unit.
Question is where? Where would I want to put him?
let's go ahead and clear all.
Let's do. Oops, I accidentally brought both. I just need one. Okay. Let's see. The first heavy artillery attack made this turn has an automatic roll of 6. No roll is necessary. Okay. All right, I will set that off to the side here while I decide what I need to do. So move armies. Well, not really going to move anything. So I guess I will attack. The Austro-Hungarians are going to attack into Brest-Litovsk.
Okay.
Against.
Yep.
So my first army, I should say, I'm going to fire my heavy artillery at the first army. So it automatically gets a 6. And he's fired. So that means
that's right. Yep. So one of the units is spent. Yep.
Correct. And now the next army is going to attack.
Okay, so this is where we start rolling again.
Yep. And I get a 4.
I got a 6.
Okay. We shall try again. Got a 1.
I got a 6.
Okay. All right, that's the end of that. not doing anything more.
I was about to say, wow, that was pretty eventful.
Yeah, that's bad. Okay, so let's see. I get 3 production points, and I'm going to refit this army, and this army. I'm going to discard that card. And then reset heavy artillery. And that is it of the Central Allies. So that is it of the turn. So we have done the first turn of the game.
First turn is all set. Wow, that actually moved pretty quickly.
It did.
All right, so game turn 2. So Turkey declares war, winter 1914. So is there something we have to do with the Turkey declaring war?
Yes. Turkey declares war at the start of the Central Powers Central Allies phase. So that's at the last one.
Okay.
So for now, it is the Germans needing to pull an event.
Mm-hmm.
So I will pull that. And East Asia Squadron.
Ooh, placed near the British Isles.
Okay. Oops. Let's see. Where is he at?
Okay, so combat phase. Remove squadron by spending 1 British fleet land and roll a die of 3 or higher. If squadron is on the map, reduce Great Britain's PP by 1. So it actually behooves me to get rid of him and spend at least one of my squadrons to go after him. Okay.
Right. I'll leave the card here to remind.
Okay.
As a reminder for when you get there.
Sounds good.
Okay. So move armies. Well, what do I want to do? Let's see. 1, 2, 3 Russian armies there. I could come into Posen. Let's move the 11th Army here. And I think we're just going to start attacking. So I'll pick an army. Oh, oops, I forgot. I need to move the U-boats, but they're going to stay. They're going to stay put in the Hague Convention.
Okay.
Okay, now we're going to do guerrilla combat, in East Africa. So I need a 5 or a 6. And I got a 4. So end of that. Now it's ground combat. So whatever army that's in here is going to attack the French, and hopefully I get something. Oh, I got a 6.
And I got a 1.
Awesome.
So that's on the Somme, correct?
Yep, on the Somme. Yep.
Mhm.
So the next attack against the British BEF. Oh, but I do get my.
You get the big push.
Oh, I get a 6 again.
And I got a 3. So the BEF gets spent as well.
Okay, the next attack. Oh, I get a 4.
I got a 6.
Yes. I'll take those re-rolls,
The ones you didn't use the first turn.
All right, let's go to the next one. Oh, I did lose the big push. I got a 3.
I got a 4.
Ugh. Let's do it again.
Oh, you got 2 more? Come on.
Oh, I got a 1.
I got a 3.
All right, we're doing it again.
Last one.
Last one. I got a 3.
Oh, I got a 2. Dang it. Oh, man.
Yes, I got the Somme.
All right. That moves all those guys back into Paris.
Okay. So that is. Oh, let me spend him. So that is the end of that. Now it's production. Let's see. No blockade box stuff. Resolve events. Resolve U-boat attrition. So I need to roll for the 1. I got a 7. Spent if convoy's active, and it's not. So he's okay. Let's see. Now, I don't have any transferred production refit units. So I get 12. Okay, so there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there's half. Let's see, 7, 8. And I'm actually going to spend to build another one. And I'm going to put him in Posen. So there's 10. And then I'm going to send, let's see if I can find it. I'm going to transfer 2 of them to the Austro-Hungarians.
Hungarians, yeah.
There we go. Okay. And now I'm going to research technology. Oh, poison gas.
Oh, no. Okay, let's take a look at this deep. So, what is that? 1 DRM to the first attack from an area with a German army that can trace supply to the German homeland area. Discard to the technology deck during the production phase after researching technology.
So wait a minute. So 8.4.3. Okay. During the step, okay. If the G1 card was just drawn, keep the card so that it can be used during your next turn. Okay. So I will.
Okay, so basically it's like a one-time use, and then you could get it again.
Yeah.
That what that is basically, because it goes back in the deck, so you could pull that again if you wanted to or needed to.
Yep.
Okay.
And that's it of the Germans. Oh, I totally forgot. It is my fault. I used 12 production points when I actually lost one because of Prussia. So I actually am only transferring 1 to the Austro-Hungarians and not 2.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
Oh yeah, because I got Prussia. That's right.
Okay, it's the Western Allies.
All right. Okay. So Need an event for the Western Allies. Go. And the event is... Oh. What is it? The Old Contemptibles. Place on the British First Army BEF. Reroll all defensive die rolls once. Okay. Reroll all defensive dice once. I don't know why there would be more than one time, but we'll figure that out.
Yeah.
The Old Contemptibles, and that's going to go on there.
Oh.
Mike. Hey, Mike, how's it going?
Hey.
Nate versus Tony. Yeah, we'll see how this goes. I actually can't tell you how it's going because it seems to be, I don't know, it's way early on this, so we'll see how this goes. I'm enjoying this quite a bit, actually. So, okay, so I need to move armies. Now, I saw I can move one army can be sea movement. So from one area to another.
Right.
So I'm going to go ahead and send the second one through to Paris, obviously. Verdun still has a lot, so I think I'm going to pull Verdun. I'm going to pull one of the French armies and put it in Paris as well.
Sending the taxis to go get them.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so that's 2 movements. Yeah. I know that's true. That's the problem. All right. I'm not moving any fleets, but it is going to be...
Oh, hey, my buddy's here from the...
hey, yep.
Yeah. Glad you could join us.
Yeah, Mike's going to the Consum Expo there in Phoenix and Tempe. And so he's got a list of games. He's playing Nemesis. I think he's Nemesis. But he's doing the carrier battles. They're doing a co-op. He's got a lot on his list. So
wow, that's cool.
Yeah, he's gonna have some fun with that. All right, so basically, I'm going to take one guy out here because we're doing naval combat.
Mm-hmm.
So he gets spent, and then I need a 3 or higher. Of course, I get a 2. I've got to. I might as well. I'll try it again. There we go. Finally. So that'll cost me some extra production points. So the only thing is, if I don't get rid of it now, it keeps going until the end of 1915.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's just not good. So it's better to take care of it now than not. So all right, now we do ground or beachhead combat. I am not going to do anything.
Combat interesting.
I'm not going to do any ground combat on the Western Front. So
okay,
we're gonna prep for some defense right now because you still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 armies in there. Jeez.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
All right. Now I do lose because I think the Somme is how many points? Yeah. So France, I do lose 1 production point from France. So, but we're not quite there yet.
No.
Czech blockade box. Don't need to worry about that. Resolve events. Don't need to worry about U-boat attacks. Okay. So yes, I do have to roll on this one. You only have 1. You didn't refresh that other one.
I keep forgetting to do it.
All right, 2d6. It is a 9. Successful if GE U2 technology is active. It is not. So it would not be successful. So I don't lose any production points. Yay! There was much rejoicing. Yay.
Church bells ring out.
Yeah. Okay. No transferred production. And so now we're going to do it. So basically it is France first with only 3. So we are going to so we're going to spend 1 there, and then we are going to build a trench for the last 2. So, and we're going to build it in Paris.
I think, unfortunately, trenches can't be built until the beginning of the spring 1915 term.
Okay, thank you.
Sorry.
That's okay. That now I don't know what to do. I still have 2. Oh, I have 2. Okay, I'm going to build a French army. And I'm going to put them in southern France. Not both of them. Jeez. There we go. I'll put them in southern France. We are from France. Oh, that's right. He's got a sports game prototype that he's designing with the baseball game. Mike is. That's right.
Nice. Very cool.
All right. So that would be all of France's production points. So now we are going to do Britain's production points. I have 7. Refit. So I need to spend 2 up here. 1, 2. Thank you very much, Mr. Southeast Asia Fleet. Annoying. And then the old contemptibles, I believe, are spent as well. So I need to refresh them. So that is 3. So I have 4 left. France is okay. How many more armies can I build? 2 more armies. I only actually have 1 more army to build.
You could send 2 more production points to the French.
Yeah. I'm going to have to. So I'm going to build 1 more army, so it leaves me 2, and then, yeah, I'll do that. I'll transfer to France. I'll put it on France, I guess.
Yeah.
There we go. On one of the French units. That way I don't forget.
Okay. So now you just do technology.
Okay. Hopefully this is something I can use like you, but we'll see. Nope. P2.
Ah.
Dang it. So he goes back to the technology card. All right, so that's the Western Allies is all done. So now we go to the Eastern Allies.
Yep.
Oh, I guess we can get rid of that. We can discard that card, I'm assuming. The East Asia Squadron card.
True, yeah.
Yeah.
There we go.
All right, so I need an event for...
I'll be right back. I'm going to use the...
Yep. Oh, EA production step. Raise new unit step. Place a spent Russian army in Petrograd and Moscow areas at no... Wow, nice. All right. Okay, so we're going to put this over here so I don't forget it. And we'll take that. So... for the meat grinder. Yep. Yeah, I know, Mike. You talked about that football game. That's going to be interesting on that one. Well, game anymore. Yep. Yeah, but I'll be honest with you, with baseball, it get a little ridiculous because of the number of bullpen guys they used. I don't like the shift rules though. If you can't hit it to the left or to the right, then they should be able to put that over there. Like seriously, that just to me is laziness. But pulling one pitcher out for every single like left or right-handed or whatever is annoying. Yep. So.
Okay, I'm back.
All right. So I get to actually put 2 spent armies in Moscow and Petrograd at no cost with my card. The Russian steamroller.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Yeah, I know, right? I'm very happy on that. So I'm gonna move this over to the side so I don't forget it. All right, so that was a good one. That was a good event. Move armies. Do I need to? Feel like maybe I can. Oh, I've got a couple spent armies here. I feel like I'm okay to move this guy into Prussia. Do I want to move into Poland? That's my.
How much do you value Poland?
Well, you haven't gone into it yet, so.
Not yet. Question is, do the Russians want to hold on to Poland at all cost?
Yeah. I'd rather hold on to Prussia because it's more annoying for you because you lose one production point. Hence the reason why I brought somebody in from Lithuania.
You've singed the Kaiser's whiskers.
Yeah. See, I might be setting myself up for like a major attack in a little bit because I don't feel like I'm ready to do anything too crazy, and I can only move one more army anyways. And I feel like the one I'd want to move it into would be Brest-Litovsk. So I could have 3 units in there. I think I'm going to do that. I move the 8th Army into Brest.
Okay.
So, okay. No naval, no amphibious. I'm not actually attacking you at all this time. I'm going to hold off on that.
Wow.
It's winter. It's winter. We're huddled up under our blankets as we go through. All right. So then we're just going to do production modifiers. I don't have any modifiers, so I only get 4 points for Russia. And basically, I think all I'm going to really do is put some more armies out. And I'm going to put one in France and Ukraine. Ugh, my voice just cracked. I hate that. I can put one in Poland too, can I? Because it's part of the Eastern.
Correct.
Why not? Let's put one here, just to be a road bump. Let's see what happens. Oh, wait. Hold on. Nope. We're not that. I am going to refresh these spent units. There we go. Okay. But I get to put a spent unit in Moscow and Petrograd for free. I have to flip them, though. They are kind of a little ways out of the way, though.
Nordic, your troops heard that he was roaming around.
I saw that, Mike. I saw that picture of you and Gene at the minor league game. Minor league games are already good, so.
Oh, that's cool.
I don't blame you. Your troops heard I was right to say it wasn't working. Oh, geez. Okay, so raise new units, construct trenches, nope. Transfer production, nope. And they don't do technology. So it is yours now for your central powers. And in this case, you have a new ally.
Correct. So I'm going to get rid of all of the inactive signs and neutral signs. And also, you get some new armies.
Ooh, because I get the Caucasus?
Yep, the Caucasus and the Sinai and Basra.
Oh, because, okay, so there's Sinai. Where's Basra at? Is it farther over?
Basra is go further to your right and south.
Oh, down here. Okay, got it.
Yep. Okay.
Oh, that's an interest. That could those could be some interesting. I feel like this part of the map is a states of siege game.
It is. Yep. It is. It does feel that way. Um. Hmm. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and draw an event. +1 DRM, Balkan War veterans, all defending Serbian armies this turn. Oh, lovely. Does not help me out at all. Okay, so then
Yeah, yeah, that does not help, does it? That's weird that you would
no.
get that this turn that it would come after the fact.
Well, the Austrians were like really bad into attacking into Serbia, so I guess it's trying to simulate that. Um,
Yeah, but all defending Serbia's armies get that's weird because I can't attack you now. That's a weird card.
well, you do have one fresh Serbian
I'm
army.
done with this turn though.
True. So, but you would get if I attacked you there, then
Oh, okay.
you would get the DRM.
Oh, all defending. Oh, I misread that. I thought it was okay. Yeah, I misread that. That makes sense. Okay. Yeah. So
I'm
you're not
trying.
going to attack Serbia because not only do you get the +1 for the card, I get the +1 for the card. I get the +1 for the mountains too.
Yeah.
So
So no, definitely not. um, I'm trying to see. I don't exactly remember what is the rule. I know it was on the card for heavy artillery. But when the unit is there, what do I get out of it?
what is that? What
Um,
was that again?
I'm trying to look on that heavy artillery unit that I have
Yeah,
in Galicia. I'm trying to see what is the effect
you
of
roll two
using
dice
that.
and you get to choose which dice with when it's with the army when you attack.
Oh, okay. Is do I have to? Is it
And then
only
you
when
have
I
to
have the
attack your
technology, or can I use it now?
You can use it. What? Oh, the
Oh, I see. Okay, so like the card gives me the heavy artillery, the technology card does, but it looks like that event card gave it to me anyway. Um,
okay.
so unless somebody in the chat wants to correct me, then I'll adjust that.
Yeah. Yep. That one's good.
So okay, well, what are the Austro-Hungarians going to do? I let's see. I think the Austro-Hungarians 3, 4. Yeah. Okay. So we're going to attack into Brest-Litovsk, and so I'm going to roll, and I got a 2.
I got a
Okay.
4.
So I'm going to attack once more. Oh, 2 again.
I got a 3.
Okay. That's the end of that. So I'm just going to go to production now. So I get 3, but I also get 1 more because
The
of
transfer. Yep.
transfer. So I'm going to spend those or refresh those, and then I'm going, so there's 2, and I'm going to put another army there.
The U-boat Nordic. The U-boat only happens with Germany, not with the Central Allies.
Yep. And
Nordic's
that
trying to remind you next time.
and that is it of the I need to also do the production for the Turks. So let's go ahead and
Oh
refresh.
yeah, that's right. What do you get? What do the Turks get? They get 1 point.
Yep. And I totally forgot to move them. Oh well.
You could, if you wanted to move it, go ahead.
Nah, it's okay. I made a mistake, so I'll live with it. Okay. That's the end of the turn. So now we go to spring of 1915.
This is where the module gets a little. Getting the new cards is where I notice where it's a little tricky. Not tricky, just because
Finicky.
we rebuild the cards, so you have to go to the where's that at again? Now see that's where I'm like, okay. It's not the discards right now. Yeah, it is actually in the discards.
Yep. And then
It's in then you got to pull all the 1915 cards
uh-huh.
and then put them into and then put them into the
The other deck.
yeah. Uh so let's see here. Let's Western Allies. I can get those done now. Might as well. No reason.
No Captain Von Trapp for the Austrians. Sorry.
I wondered when that would come through. Okay.
He's only a second lieutenant. Don't forget, I think you discarded 2 cards, so that's why. So you notice, I think you highlighted the 2 1914 ones.
Okay.
I think maybe you can check those cards. I don't remember if they were discards or not.
Yeah, I'll pull it out and take a look here. Just to make sure. I discarded them. Oh, yep, it is. You're right. So that was weird. Okay, so that was I had the BEF and then one was like a -1. I think it was this one, 26. That's weird. Yep. Yep. So these two right here. So they go to. That's just weird. They go. You're right. This is funky. Maybe I put them to the side or something here. Yeah, there we go.
Okay.
There we go. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What? Oh, man. I'm sending my armies.
Oh, no.
Apparently into the discard pile. There's the other one. There we go. Okay. So I added all my 1915 for the Allies. So it's just the 1915 cards, not the ones that are. Okay.
Right.
Okay, good. I'm glad you caught that. I know when I would have drawn it, I know.
Yeah.
It would have been like, oh, I already had that one.
Did you remember you did both the Western Allies and?
No, I'm doing the other ones right now.
Okay.
So. Okay, so not the 1914, just the 1915. Oh, come on. I picked one card. Dang it. Oh, they're not going to let me do that.
Oh, you can't hold shift and do it?
No, unless.
I wonder if I can do it.
Oh, there we go. I got it. I really think I'm going away from wireless stuff right now. Because I think it's my wireless keyboard that's screwing up. So I've got one on order. Prime days. Oh, where did that go? Okay, where did?
Well, I guess you can hit undo just in case.
Yeah, because I can't find him now. Okay.
Oh, it's thundering at Nordics. Yeah, there was a big storm here today.
All right, there we go. Now we're good.
Cool.
So I got the Eastern Allies and the U.S. are all taken care of. Okay, so that's good. So our decks are rebuilt, all taken care of then.
Yep. So now spring 1915, and it is the Germans. Okay, so the Germans are going to pull their event. Ooh, first line formations. Place on
any German army D+2 to any combat, or deploy one tech at no cost, even in 1914.
one trench. Oh, well,
Deploy one trench. I said tech. I meant trench.
I'm actually. Um, oops. I'm going to actually put a trench marker. Yeah, I'm gonna put a trench marker there.
I would too.
Okay.
I
mean,
think everybody's in agreement with you on that one.
Yeah, the +2 is nice, but trenches are valuable. Okay, move armies, artillery, move fleets. No, I'm not going to do that. Move U-boats. No. Let's try guerrilla combat. All right, I need a 5 or 6, and I got a 3, so that's nothing.
You are not having any luck with the guerrilla combat at all.
Nope, not at all. Resolve U-boat attrition. The 7 spent if convoys active, and they're not, so that's okay. I don't have any. Oops! I forgot to do ground combat, but I don't think I'm actually going to do anything. So maybe I should. Okay. Yeah, maybe I think I will. I'm going to try to take back Prussia. I got 4 armies. All right. So the first one, I get a 3.
All right, here comes from Mother Russia. I get a 5.
Okay. Try the next one. 1. Oh my.
5.
Well, that's the end of that. Okay, U-boat attrition.
Come on, you don't want to go any further?
I don't. I'm being a little cautious here. I probably should, but
all you would do is spend it. You'd cause me to spend that instead of
Actually, I am gonna keep going.
Okay.
I'm gonna keep going. All right, next one. A 2. Oh my gosh.
I got a 2.
Okay. All right. Let's do one more. I got a 6. Excellent.
I got a 4. Okay.
That's right, Nordic. No guts, no glory. I am starting to roll like rough. Okay. Let's see. There is how many armies? 3, 4, 5.
You have 6 in the Somme, if that's what you're asking.
Okay, let's try to attack. Let's try to attack the what is this? Verdun.
Okay.
And so I'm going to try to attack the trench.
Okay. So that's a 5 or 6.
And I got it.
Oh wait, it's a normal roll. Never mind. Sorry.
Oh, but I got
a 4, so it's still
okay.
It is breached.
Okay,
so you don't spend it basically because you were successful. So you don't spend the army. That's what it is.
Right. Okay, now I'm going to try. Keep going. A 2.
Okay.
Oh wait, I do get the +1. So it's a 3.
Not for the big push. Not for the trench.
Oh, it's not for the trench? Okay.
Nope.
All right.
So you got a 2.
I have a 2.
I have a 6. The +1 wouldn't have mattered anyways. So.
Nope, not at all. All right, let's keep going. Oops. I got a 4.
I got a 3.
Okay, so now I get the big push.
Yes, now you do.
And we're going to keep going. Okay, so I have a 3.
I have a 1.
Excellent. I'm going to keep going.
Okay.
I have a 2.
I have a 6.
Okay, we're going to keep going. Oh, I have a 2.
No, that's only a 1 because you lost it because you lost.
Oh, that's right. It's a 1. Sorry. Oops, sorry.
I got a 4.
We're going to keep going. I got a 6. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's it of the Somme. Now we're going to attack from the Rhine. I got 3 armies. How many
So
you got?
does at the end of the turn, does the trench get reset then? Is that what it is?
It is, yeah.
The temporary.
If I don't take it, then
Okay.
then it resets.
Got it.
Okay, I got 3 armies attacking. I need to win twice to take it.
Where are you at now? Where are you going?
I'm going from the Rhine to Verdun.
Oh, okay.
And I got a 1.
I got a 4.
Oh no. Okay, there's 1. And next one. Oh, I got a 6.
I got a 4.
Okay. I have to win this one. I have to win. Oh. I got a 3.
Oh, you do get a +1. You do get a +1.
I got a 4.
Okay, here we go. Oh!
Oh, yes!
Oh,
I took Verdun!
oh, you took Verdun. That is, I might be glad that I transferred those over.
So now they all go into Paris.
Yep.
The trench is gone.
Mm-hmm.
He's spent. And
I hear it's a pleasant drive from the Rhine to Verdun.
I think, yeah, I lose that trench marker because I'm moving out of the Rhine. Oh my gosh! Wow. Okay. So that is all the combats. U-boat attrition 11, no effect. And refit units. So I get 11. So there's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So basically,
is that going to refresh all your armies then? Is that what all 11 are going to refresh your armies?
Correct. Yep. Hey, but I got Verdun. So I deprived the French of an important area.
That's another point gone. So I'm down to 2 points. The French are down to 2 points now.
That's right, Paul. That's right. It's not they shall not pass as they passed.
Oh man. That went luck. I'm so glad I transferred 2 points now.
Right? Oh, now I got to do technology.
Oops. Yeah, you didn't have enough to redo your U-boat. You had to spend it all on
just on my armies.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay, technology U2. Okay, can't do it. Okay, and that's it.
Okay, so Western Allies. So we pull a card, pull an event card for Western Allies, and it is place 1 on Western Allies army. It is inspired leadership. Reroll all combat dice once if the result was a loss, and rerolling could change the outcome to a win. Okay, so basically, I got it. You can't just reroll it to reroll it. Marker remains in play if dice are not rerolled, or the reroll wins the combat by a differential of 3+.
And the cool thing is that you get to place the card in next year's deck too.
Oh, nice. So then basically, okay. Okay, so so what? Let's see. That's inspired leadership. I'm betting that's on the player aid. Yep,
Yeah.
there it is. Western. Oh, ooh, there's
Camp
two.
Sawyer. Walk away for a minute, and Francis falling again.
Okay. Yeah, it doesn't take much for France to fall. Okay. All right, so
So
I'm going to go ahead and discard that one, but I'll have to remember to put. Let me make a note to put that in.
yeah, it was card number 43.
Okay. Put 43 back in. Okay, got it.
We have a World War One blitzkrieg going on.
I am enjoying this game. Like this, you're right. This is a great game.
It is.
It is a great game.
I was about to ask you, what do you think of it so far?
Oh, I'm loving it. I'm like, there's some serious choices here.
There is.
Like,
And even for
and
such a simple combat mechanic, it simulates World War One actually very well.
yeah. And I'll tell you the other thing I like about it is that it's like, yeah, you might not be able to take over an area, but if you can make them spend their
Mm-hmm.
production points on just refreshing that army, that means they're not building new stuff. So it's kind of, yeah, you got this attrition going on. It's that attrition
That's
that was
right.
notorious for World War One. So
That's
all right,
right.
move armies. I think I'm going to have to move another army into France from the British Isles. So that's one.
And
Um,
Christoph will be happy that there are no German armies in Belgium anymore.
no, they're in the Somme, but they come back to Belgium for their time off.
That's right.
Actually, most of them didn't get time off.
Nordic
Battle fatigue wasn't around until World War II. So actually, they started realizing they had to bring them off the line for a while.
Yeah.
They were starting to get the PTSD. So
Nordic actually does play well solo. It's
yeah.
not hard to solo this.
Yeah, because the event cards, you're not choosing an event card. You're just flipping it over and seeing what happens. So yeah, you can play both sides. It seems like you can play both sides pretty well.
Yeah.
Paul says excellent solo.
And I mean, it probably is best as a 2-player game of Essential Powers and Entente Power, but it can play up to 4 with each of the sides.
Yeah, I noticed that. I could see that easily this being like a team game pretty easily. So, all right. So, do I want any? I don't really want any ground combat yet. Man, I'm just building up Paris right now. I've got the defense of Paris going, so I'm not going to do any ground combat. I don't have any naval combat to worry about either, so we are good to go there. Oh, I got to remember stuff down here too, down in the Middle East, the Basra and the Sinai.
Yep.
And remember that stuff down there.
So you can, if you want, you can attack into an unoccupied area. It is, where is it at? The die roll for the defender, that's me, is a 2.
Okay, like no matter what, it's a 2. Like you don't even roll. You just get it 2. Okay.
Yep. So if you have to get a higher than that or higher.
Gotcha.
So anything but a 1 if you want Baghdad.
I might as well, because that's not a movement. That's actually a combat.
Mm-hmm.
So I got a 2.
So you got it.
I got it, but he is spent now. So still spent. Okay. All right. Okay.
Nordic.
Okay, production modify. Okay, so now here we go. We're gonna get into the production phase. So it's France first. It has 2, but does have the 2 transfer points, so there's 4. And basically, I am going to spend all 4. Man, if I wouldn't have gotten rid of all 4 of those units, refreshing all 4 of France's units.
Okay.
Delete. Okay. So that's the French. The British still has 7 because we haven't lost any. Okay, I've got 2 units down here that I spent. So we'll refresh in Sinai. And the one that took Baghdad. And so that's that one. And then so I still have 5 left. I might be putting those down in giving 2 of those to France. Let's see here. How many British army? I've got all the British armies are out.
Well, you could build trenches.
Oh, are we to that point now? Is it when do
it's part of the production spending refit
Oh,
units?
I know. We were just talking about the turn that it can be done. Is it the spring?
Oh yeah, it's this turn, spring 1915.
Okay. Yep. Okay, got it. Yep. So I will build a trench in France.
By the way, did you do your U-boat attacks?
Oh no, I did not. So there's one there. That's right. I forgot about that. And it is a 10. It is unsuccessful. So
okay.
So that's 2. So I have 2 left, and I'm still going to go ahead and transfer 2 to France. And that's my 7.
Just pull up what North said.
Yeah. Do you mean their own graves so your armies don't have to?
Oh man, that's fun.
All right, so that is it. Oh, technology. Let's see.
Oh yeah,
technology card. What do I got? Oh,
Ooh.
heavy artillery. Nice. Western allies place 2 heavy artillery units, and Russia places 1 heavy artillery unit in any land supplied area containing at least 1 army from the same faction. Roll 2 dice when attacking. Flip to fired side. Ooh, that is nice. All right, so I get I get 2. There's 1. Not all. Yeah, not all of them. I'll put all 4 out if you're okay with that. But
oh yeah, absolutely, yeah, no problem.
I guess they're both gonna go into Paris.
Yeah, might as well.
Yeah.
I'd put them there.
Yep. And then I get 1 in Russia. Oh, there's actually only 1 on the Eastern Allies. And where do I want to put this? It's not they're not defensive. They're only offensive. I know that.
Right.
So I'm gonna move this to my dang it. There we go. See, the problem with having 3 in a side. Yeah, let's keep it in Ukraine. I think we're just going to drop it in Ukraine for right now.
Okay.
Okay. Nice. Okay, so that's that. And no air superiority yet because we don't have air units, and I don't need to reset heavy artillery. So now it is the central.
No, it's the Russians.
Yeah, the Eastern Allies. Sorry, Eastern Allies. All right. So gonna have to pull a card for an event. Let's see what we get here. USA track +1 if either U-boat is currently fresh. Well, guess what? One of them is fresh. USA. All right. Discard. Okay. And nice. Okay, so that's the event card. So now we're gonna move armies. Well, we're gonna move one. Yeah, we're gonna move two. I'm not quite ready to do any moving into Poland yet. Do I want to combat at all? You're building up Galicia, and I'm not happy about that.
I
But you haven't
appreciate it.
been that successful so far. You know what? We're gonna go ahead. We're gonna take the third Russian with the artillery with it because it's not defensive, so I might as well use it. Oh, geez, that's what Putin said.
Hey, catch you later, Camp Sawyer. Glad you
Yeah, have fun. We'll talk to you later, Camp. Okay, so I get to roll 2 dice. I pick the higher one. I'm going to go ahead and flip that to the fired side and that to the spent. So roll 2 dice, pick the higher. Are you kidding me?
My
I'm
die
going to
was
pick
a
the
2.
2. I'm going to pick the 2. Oh, you got a 2 as well. Okay. All right. That's all I'm going to do. I'm just going to cost you some points. Actually, we're going to go one more. We're going to go from here into
Oh,
Austria.
wait. I forgot. It's a mountain region, so it's -1 to
Oh,
your
that's
attack.
right. So, yep. So I'm just spent. You're not spent.
Correct.
It's a -1 to me or a +1 to you, something like that. I can't remember.
It is, let's see, Defender +1 DRM.
Okay, so yeah, it's a +1 to you. So you would have had a 3 and I would have had a 2. So, yep. Either way, it's either -1 to me or +1 to you. It doesn't,
Yeah.
6 of one, half a dozen of another type deal. All right. I'm still, you know what? I'm still gonna go. We're gonna take one of these and go into. We're gonna take the second Russian army.
Okay.
I rolled a 5. You got a
Uh,
3 out of that. So okay, I did cause you one, but that's all I'm gonna do. All right. Yep. So production modifiers, resolve events, nope. U-boat attacks, nope. No production transfers. So I've 4 points.
you
I'm
actually get
going
5 because the Caucasus front opened up, and you get 1 production over there. If you look at the box on
so
the right.
because of Petrograd.
No, if you look on the box on the very right, near the Caucasus Mountains, go right.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay.
You see the production there in the Caucasus.
Oh, okay. That's where it is. Okay.
Yep. So you get 5 now.
Okay. Well, it's weird because of what's listed on the production points table is it's Caucasus 1, Moscow 2, Petrograd 1 or 2. So there's something with Petrograd, and I don't know.
Oh, well, okay.
Well, I guess we'll take a look at that and find out. We can find a production phase. Okay, there's the production phase. That was pretty quick. Okay.
Hmm. I actually don't know. I don't remember this.
Wonder if it's a card.
It probably is.
Let's see here. That's German cards. Now I just can lose the Carpathian or the Caucasus.
Right.
Previously, I couldn't lose them, so the
Right.
Caucasus were there. Um, it's got to be a card then. Exactly what I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. So it looks like you have 4 then.
Yeah, so I have 4. Yeah, I'll have to look. We'll probably come across it sooner or later.
Oh, I'm sure.
Okay. Oh well, I got 4, so that's fine. We'll figure it out. I'm pretty sure it's. I would almost guarantee it's a card. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, production's all done. No technology,
Oh,
and
there it is. I just found it. Yep. Event
okay,
card can increase it to 5.
okay, and then I will ready my Russian artillery, and that is because there's no you're still spent there, so I'm not too worried about that. Okay, when you
Yep.
don't become spent, then I'll worry. Okay, so yeah, that's it for that one. So let's finish up with your Central Allies.
Okay. I think we have like what 10 people watching. So welcome
Yep,
everyone.
yep. I think we had 14 to 15 at one point. So
Well, that's awesome.
I didn't get a chance to put it out too much. So this is just people coming across it.
That's cool.
So all right,
All
let's
right.
go.
Well, what are the Austro-Hungarians going to do?
Yep.
Let me.
So we'll call it after that. We'll call the session after this, after you're done with this, because it'll complete the turn.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So the card Mustafa Kemal, place on a Turkish army +1 DRM when defending.
Okay. That's kind of nice because it doesn't even mean you have to turn it in. It's just
I just get it.
you just get it for the rest of the game.
Let's put him on this army. Okay. So move armies. So
That's probably a good idea.
I'm going to put him in Mosul. I'm going to move him to Jerusalem. And then I'm going to move, let's see. I'm going to move him there. And get 3. Yeah, I'm not going to attack. So I get 3 points. 1, 2. Then I'm going to bring out a spent army.
Did you do your turkey first?
Oh. There, I did it.
Okay. I know it's all at one point and you're just refreshing one unit. I knew that.
Oh. Yeah, that's okay. And I think that's it.
All
That's
right.
it. So I'll move it so we have at least on summer 1915.
Yep. And then when I save this, I'll say start of summer. So save game as. Oh, let's make sure all the movement points are off. Oh, okay. File, save as, start. Summer 1915. Well, I'll tell you what, we knocked out, what is that, 3 turns? That's
Yeah.
not too bad.
No, no. This is great.
Yep. And it's fun because it's like I said, it's not hard by any means.
No.
Um, there are some fun decisions that you have to make for sure,
Oh yeah.
which is fun. And I've really, you know, I've been wanting to play this for a while. I've had it. I like the idea behind it. It looks, you know, it fits really well. And you're right about the easy combat resolution. It's just, you know, you go for it, and that's basically that. So I mean, it's really, really
Oh
quite
yeah.
cool when it comes to that, which is really cool.
It creates a lot of fun tension
Yes, like that one last
with
die roll.
oh,
You
I
rolled a
needed it. And I
3.
got
You need, yeah, you had a 3, and I need, yeah, oh, yes,
it.
yes, that was good. That was good. And I definitely think this is definitely one of those really good games. And
Oh yeah.
I'm glad we'll continue it on. So I know you're available quite regularly, so it'll
Mhm.
be nice. We'll make sure we're gonna end. Yeah, it is a fun game, and
Very fun.
you can solo it easy. I'm getting to the point where I don't want to solo a lot of this two-player games, you know, play both sides. I'm kind of getting to that point where I'm like, it's just too much fun.
Sure.
You know, when you have somebody like when me and Ruff, or in this case, you and me playing this is great.
Oh
Nate,
yeah.
this is really, really fun. I've really enjoyed
This
this.
is
This is
awesome.
great.
I appreciate you asking.
Yeah, so it is on now. It is on one of my. It is a game on my list. So you know, yeah, I can check that off now. So, but I have a feeling we'll get through this in a couple of weeks, and it'll be real good.
Hmm.
You know, a couple of sessions and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
Uh,
Oh, very nice.
oh yeah, I saw that he put pictures up on that. So it has, yeah, it is a strategic. It's more of a strategic, not a tactical, which World War One tactical
Mm,
frontal assaults, basically. I don't know.
everybody dies.
Yeah, yeah. So, but no, it was really fun, Nate, and we'll definitely be back on, and we'll be able to get that. We'll continue this on probably next week. I'll let you know when I got a free evening to go through it. But yeah,
Okay.
it works out. Have you taken a look at Attrition of Souls from Compass? Is that a World War One game too?
It is. I didn't get it because I just didn't like the look of it. It
Like the
didn't look
art and
cool.
stuff that go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I much prefer the way that the lamps looked out. Like I've heard people, and I can see the comparison that people compare lamps with Paths of Glory as
Okay.
their strategic World War One game.
Okay. Yeah, I can see that.
So yeah, it does look
Yeah,
ugly.
ugly.
Yeah, the person is, yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So, but no, well, I like the look of this game. The game just looks good. I like the
Mhm.
colors. The counters are awesome. I love the technology because out of the two wars, really, other than the nuclear bomb, you know, there's
Yep.
some airplane differences, but not really. The jet, the ME-262s really didn't get into effect until later in the war,
Right.
so they
Yeah.
weren't really much into that. So there wasn't that much of a variety change. But while World War One was going on, you went from no tanks to tanks,
Hmm.
no planes to planes. You
Oh yeah.
know, so it's, you know, and there are people saying that airplanes will never be a part of war. We can't see any war without them, any
That's
military
right.
without them.
That's
So, you
right.
know,
It's interesting just looking at with World War One. You're right, Paul. It does. It very much invites you to
I think
play it.
that's what got me wanting. Like I think that was one reason I bought it, is I like the look of it. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. There we go.
No flamethrowers.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
I mean,
It's really up.
World War One is one of those conflicts where it's the beginning of the modern world and it's the death of the 19th century, that Victorian kind of idea.
Mhm.
You know, the I remember heard a historian once say that the Christmas truce when they were playing soccer
Yeah,
in between the trenches, that was the last gasp of the Victorian age.
the
And
respect, or the, you know, for the, yeah, against it. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah,
yeah, like
really
enemies
good.
could still come out and they still saw each other's people rather than
Yep,
mortal enemies.
yep. And as the generals as higher up, as soon as they heard that, said, "Nope, that's never happening again." And
Yep.
you know, depending on the war, sometimes I think things like that happen more often than people want to admit.
Yeah.
But
Well, World War One's one of those conflicts where it's unlike World War II, where it's sort of it's easy that there's a
good
bad
guy, yeah,
player, a good
yeah,
guy and a bad guy. World War One is a lot more messy
yeah,
because there's so much more at play in there. That sure the Germans did bad things, but then the other sides did bad things as well. It's harder to find a true like good versus evil.
yeah, good versus evil thing, yeah.
It's just everyone just piling in at one another.
Yeah, it's as I tell most people. It's the when I teach it, I said it's the biggest family dispute in the world
Yeah, exactly.
because all the leaders were first cousins by
That's
all
right.
means. And I always pull up the family tree of just Google family tree of World War One, and it's all there. It is
Oh
all
yeah,
there.
it's
So
crazy.
the Germans thought even their enemies deserved a war meal. At that time, yes, I'm just finishing up. So Rick Atkinson did a trilogy for the Liberation trilogy for World War II
Hmm.
trilogy,
Yep.
and I'm just finishing the audiobook for the second one, which is basically Sicily and Rome, the
Oh,
Italy
nice.
campaigns, going from North Africa. So the first book is North Africa. The
Right.
second one is Sicily and Rome, and then
Hmm.
the third book, which I'll eventually get to, I keep going between that and Ian Toll's Pacific. I've gone through the first
Okay.
two books of Ian Toll's Pacific, so now I'll finish off the Pacific and I'll finish off, and then the last one will be basically the rest of Western Europe. Really good. I recommend them. I'll probably end up reading them eventually because I do get more from reading them
Yeah.
than audiobooking them. But man, they're like
And then he started the American Revolution trilogy. He's on book
yes.
2 on that.
I think I've got one. I think I got the first book of that one because of the World War II trilogy.
Yeah.
So I think I've got the first one. I need to get the second one because they just released that.
Yeah.
So I picked up. Well, my parents, we were down at the Pima Air Museum in Tucson, Arizona.
Okay.
Great air museum. They have the 390th Bomber Group Memorial is there, and they
Mm.
have a picture of every single bomber group, everything that was, every plane with their crew. It was
Wow.
phenomenal.
That's
Um,
cool.
the number of airplanes they have is just absolutely. Even Thomas from Historic Wings said that is that is one of the most phenomenal air bases. Problem is all of it's outside, and it was 106 degrees at
Oh,
the time.
thanks.
Um, the memorial itself is inside, and so it's all protected. But I picked up the book called Masters of the Air, which
Oh,
actually
okay.
documents. It's the Apple TV series is based off the book.
Okay.
It is again that thick, and I got
Yeah.
pulled out of security because of that book when we went through airport security, because it has the thicker pages for the pictures, like the glossy, and then the rest
Uh-huh.
is not. And because it couldn't see through the glossy
Oh,
paper, so it threw a flag up. I was like, it was funny because it was in my son's bag, and I'm like, why are you pulling my son? I'm like, what's going on? He didn't pull him; they pulled the bag. And then as soon as she
yeah.
opened it up, she's like, yeah, it's the book. It's like, oh, okay, I'll remember that. So
That's
I thought that was
funny.
pretty good.
Yeah.
Who wrote this American trilogy? That
Rick.
was Rick Atkinson.
Yep.
Yes, and he's only through 2 out of the 3 books.
Hmm.
So
Well, and because of the topic of World War One, there is actually a World War One trilogy that is out. I actually have the first. There's 2 books of the 3 are out. This is a thick book.
yeah,
Nick Lloyd,
okay,
History of the Great War. The first one is the entire Western Front. The second book was the Eastern Front, and then
okay.
the third book will be the Mesopotamian naval. Everything else.
Oh, okay.
So
That might be interesting. There's a lot of those nice trilogies out. Like I said, the Ian Toll Pacific trilogy
yeah,
for
yeah, oh
World
yeah.
War II is really good. And then, like I said, the Rick Atkinson. I believe yes. Is that the first one or the second one?
I think that's the second one. The
Yeah.
first one is I have the British are coming.
Yeah, that's the second. Yeah, the British Are Coming was the first one, and then the Fate of the Day is the second one. Yep. So I've got to get those. I'm not in my library right now, so I can't just turn around and grab whatever book.
Right.
I do have some of my thesis books down here just because they don't fit
Oh,
on my
nice.
shelf upstairs. And then it's the ones that I use as supplemental. So it's like the historical fur trade of colonial New York. And I'm
Right.
like, I have a whole book on the fur trade in colonial New York. So, it's like, okay, yeah.
Oh man, that's awesome.
Yeah, if you have the subscription for Audible, yes, they count. So they're really good. I'm gonna finish up the World War II, those two World War trilogies, and then I'll start working on the Revolutionary War one. Because now that I'm teaching all of it, the more
Right.
information I have, the better off
Yep.
it is. So,
That's right.
but when I can mow the lawn and have my headphones in and then just keep listening to the books, it takes me 2 hours to get through my yard. So, yeah,
There you
it works
go.
out.
You got plenty
Yeah.
of time. Plenty of
And then
time
if
to
I'm
listen.
driving long distances, it's nice to have an audiobook because I can just,
Oh
it's
yeah.
I don't want to say the word zone out, but music doesn't keep me going, but
Right.
audiobooks do because, and if you're driving from Virginia to Indiana, like
It's
I know you probably do
an
every once.
active. You have to actively listen.
Yes. Yep. So yeah. Yep. Definitely. Yeah. I recommend them. The narrator's really good too. So that's one of those things. So. All right, Nate.
Good.
Like I said, I'll get with you next week. We'll try to get another session next week before I head off on vacation again.
Okay.
I hate saying again, but man, I don't feel like I've been at home at all this year, this summer, which is fine. It's Natalie's last summer before she graduates, and she
Oh,
signed up for the Air National Guard here. So next
cool.
summer, about this time, she might be down in San Antonio at basic training. So
Okay.
want
Wow.
to enjoy that. So,
Yeah, of
but
course.
I had a great time. Can't wait to continue with this. I can see
Fun.
it getting a little even more like my Western Front is getting a little crazy.
Yeah.
That's going crazy, but then my Eastern Front, I feel pretty strong about the Eastern Front. I feel pretty good.
Hmm.
I took Prussia from you, but you
Yep.
took both the Somme and Verdun from me on the Western. So
That was massive. Taking Verdun was massive. Couldn't believe I got it.
yeah, that was that last roll, that last one you had. If
Oh
you didn't do
man.
that one, I was going to be able to refill, and then
Yep.
you had to start all over again. So yep, with that. All right, we'll see everybody late. Thanks for joining us, and we'll talk to everybody later.
Alrighty.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.